So I have strong ideas about organized religion. I have strong ideas about institutionalized religion. And for the most part, I don't have a lot of respect. I think that for the most part, now this is a broad generalization, but for the most part, organized institutionalized religion has abdicated its role. Abdicated its role as real comforter, abdicated its role as real healer, and abdicated its role of conscience. It has been co-opted by the worldly mind for the most part. It's about doctrines and theories and buildings and dictates and dogma. I have very little respect for that. And so when you have this parliament of world religions and they're making a big deal about the fact that there's so many women and women's voices will be heard, I'm just not the kind of person, say it, I'm a Jew, I'm a woman, or I'm a Texan. I'm not going to let that bullshit stand. I'm not going to not speak what I feel needs to be spoken, which is thank you very much for letting us in this weekend. Hello, but historically, you've not been so good to women, and in many cases, you're still not good to women. So can we talk and be real? Because that's what I cannot stand about the hypocrisy of organized religious institutions that don't keep it real. There is no spirit of God when it's not real. There is no Shakti when it's not real. There is no real space of that electricity of human transformation when it's not real, when it's not honest. That's why we're talking about even in politics, it's the same thing. Can we be real here about British and American foreign policy? You simply do not get to the truth. You do not get to the transformational fire if you are not real. And that is what compels me. That is what, to me, is the fire and the love and the radicalism at the center of things. And so many people today are walking around kind of having checked out. Now we're numbing ourselves. So many people numbing themselves. This epidemic of unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary, casual antidepressant use. So to me, religion should be an awakener. Education should be an awakener. And so when I go onto a stage, whether it's at Harvard or at the Parliament of World Religions, I'm going to the best of my ability, say it as I see it.
Is the Catholic Church going to get real anytime soon?
Well, I have a lot of respect for Pope Francis. You know, when I was growing up, when I was a little girl, John the 23rd was Pope. And, you know, I grew up, I'm Jewish, and we Jews had tremendous respect for John the 23rd. He was the spiritual leader for the world. We had great respect for him. And then in the intervening years, Catholicism has moved away from its emphasis on social justice issues, or at least the Church, the Vatican has moved away from what I grew up with, which was the Catholic emphasis on social justice issues, more onto the issues of abortion, personal morality, and so forth. So I have tremendous respect for Pope Francis. I think he is someone that I feel as an individual. To me, I think of him as a genuine spiritual leader, not just for Catholics, but for all of us. I do not see him as my religious leader because I'm not Catholic. But as a spiritual, global spiritual leader, I see him as that, just like the Dalai Lama. And so I don't know in the internals of the church. I did not incarnate a Catholic. I'm not called to Catholicism. I feel that it's Catholics who are on this earth to steward Catholicism. And so it's Catholic people will deal with the issue of women priests in Catholicism. That's not my beat. But in terms of the large global issues, his calling, global capitalism, on its ethical issues and so forth, I deeply appreciate the Pope and think that he is doing a great service to all mankind.
To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonrealacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media login and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonrealacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.